Happy Halloween! I'm Dave. He's also Dave. How's it going?
I'm doing well, sir. How are you?
Pretty good. I mean, you beat me so bad. I just had to shave my beard and change my name last week, but we'll talk about that a little bit later.
I beat the Dave right off of him.
Yeah, it was rough. So we're going to go through our injuries and get you guys a little roundup of what's going on. There's a lot of running back stuff. And then we'll do our weekly challenge, which we just touched on. Pyper did so well last week. He's passed me for the entire season.
Finally did something right.
All right, so I'll start with quarterbacks. It's nothing huge here. Andy Dalton doesn't look like he's going to play, so the rookie Ben DiNucci is going to get a chance. Hopefully there are enough other options, and we're going to talk about streaming options for quarterback that you don't have to go that way. Dave, why don't you take us through the wide receiver news?
Wide receiver news, not a ton of stuff here, but Thomas is out again in New Orleans. Nothing crazy, nothing exciting, or nothing new there. But Allen Robinson's doubtful with his concussion. He hasn't really shown any improvement yet, so they're not going to probably let him play. And Deebo Samuel's out again, so Brandon Ayuk is will be stepping in there as a potential replacement for if you need that. And then Deontay Johnson is playing. He will be playing, which Dave and I were actually joking about how that's important because he could just go off for like 2 touchdowns. You never really know. So it's important to know that. Yeah.
Even though it's not like, oh boy, Ravens, easy matchup. That's not the case. That doesn't mean that he can't just tear it up, or Claypool will, and then he won't get anything.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen it, on Thursday, Chris and I talked about Brandon Ayuk. Chris broke down some file, so I will link some right there to the game film. And then running backs, it is a mixed bag. So Mixon is out, which means if you still got Gio Bernard on your bench, fire him up. Aaron Jones is out, which means Jamal Williams is a go. Philip Lindsay hasn't been ruled out yet, so check if you're watching this closer on Sunday to see. He's probably a running back 3 if he's playing. It really more so affects Melvin Gordon's ceiling possibility. Seattle, we have no idea what's going on with the running backs. It's PD Sunshine. Exactly. Never heard of anyone. If everybody's out, if Carson's out, everybody, hopefully you got an option ahead of DJ Dallas. But if you got to go to the 4th string running back who's going to get a chance, your team's maybe in different trouble, but he's there.
Yeah.
That's the name you look for if you're in a panic. Miles Sanders is out, so play Boston Scott. Dalvin Cook looks like he's in. We've seen notes saying he's sidelined and stuff, but it looks like he's actually good to go. So Dalvin Cook against Minnesota. Ingram is doubtful, so maybe that escalates Dobbins or Gus Edwards a little bit, but there's still 2 guys there, so it's not like you're getting an automatic bell cow. But yeah, that's it for running backs. That was a lot.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, nothing else. Just that's it.
Nothing. Just all of these starting running backs.
Can you tell it's week 8? Can you tell it's week 8? Yeah, it's week 8.
Speaking of it being week 8, this week 8 video is sponsored by Manscaped. I want to say thank you to the people that make the precision tools for your family jewels. You've heard us do Manscaped ads before. They make these trimmers. They get a lawnmower 3.0. That's great. But normally they're talking about the below the belt trimming. That is what they advertise. But as a dude who shaves his head, it's actually a really great head trimmer. You might not want to do the family jewels and the beard or something, but if you're doing it for your head and it's a changeable razor head and stuff, it's really great. The same way you wouldn't want to nick anything down below. I really don't want to cut up my head either and walk around like that. And it's got the great skin safe technology. You can rinse it out in the water. I'm really happy with this product and you should go check it out. So go to manscaped.com/HarrisTube. We've got the link below in the description in the comments. And we are back to wallow in my defeat. Congratulations, Dave.
I feel great. I won't lie. When Dave sent me the email, I was like, hey, this is what the totals were this week. You won. I was like, finally. I didn't absolutely look like a jerk. Yeah, I'm a very, you know what I really am? I'm a feast or famine fantasy player. That's what I am. I'll either win or I won't. So yeah, that's what's happening.
89-21 is, like I said in the email, that is going to be the biggest margin. 89 is probably going to be the biggest everything. You had a defense get you 17. That alone is a standout. It's great.
Yeah. I believe, and I don't really want to ask the question because I feel like I should be more keyed in, but I had Baker and Burrow, right? Because did I have Baker and Burrow? Okay, I couldn't remember which two of the three Bs of last week that I was going to get. But yeah, so I got those two guys in like a weird shootout. I was lucky enough to watch the game and be a Browns fan, but like it was just this weird shootout that like, yeah, that's
No,
what happened.
it's great, and that's why we do it. Like if someone's trying to panic now, if they picked up either of those guys, Bridgewater did fine. He's 19. If you had to stream a
Yeah.
quarterback, you'd be happy with that. But you had the right choices, 30 and 34 points from guys that were widely available. Like that
Well,
makes a huge difference.
happy to win last week, but I will defer to you, sir, with the first pick this week. Finally, I get to not have to pick first. Finally.
All right. First pick, I'm going to go Derek Carr playing against your Browns.
It's a great pick. It's a great pick. And then I will take the other side of that card then. I'm going to go back to the well with Baker against Vegas.
All right.
For my first pick, yeah.
Man, I like it when they align like that, because if it goes really well for me and really bad for you, I know it's both your team and that. I just get to twist that knife a little, which I need to after you just quadrupled my score.
I will not hold it against you.
So I want to go a little deeper. Like, I'm looking at Jimmy Garoppolo there against Seattle, but I want to try to give a little bit extra advice. So I'm going to pass on that and I'm going to go Phil Rivers against Detroit, which might backfire, but Detroit's defense doesn't scare me. And Rivers should be widely available. He's only 18% owned, so if people are trying to scramble down there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't want to go on a long Pyper tangent, but I'm going to do a little tiny one. I'm going to do a little tangent. So I did a little bit of research this week going into this, and oddly enough, like the guys that are like right on the cusp of almost being most owned are going against some horrible defenses this week, especially against the pass. So because of that, Carr was my first pick. You already took him. I wanted to go deeper as well. I couldn't find a guy I liked other than if you really want to go deep and go crazy, go with Tua because it's fun. It's so much fun, whatever. But I would say, yeah, take Jimmy G. Dave said take Jimmy G. I'm with you. Take Jimmy G because he's going against Seattle and their pass defense has been terrible. Not terrible, but not great. So, yeah. So I just wanted to touch in on like a couple of these guys right at the top are like really good matchups this week. Allegedly, they're great matchups. But
yeah. Okay. So Tua was where you wanted to go, but you went Jimmy G.
Yeah, Tua is where I wanted to go, but then I'm like, who am I kidding? It's like Jimmy G. Yeah, it's got to be Jimmy G.
Play against Seattle, they're going to have to try and move the ball if they want to be in that game. Is the thought there? So if we're completely wrong, it's going to be Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, it'll be Cousins.
That'll be how it goes. People in the comments will be like, "You idiots." Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. All right. So defenses. I'm going to start with Tennessee against Cincinnati, which might blow up. I think the defense is a little beatable, but we're streaming. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a great pick. It was my third pick, so it's
So it's
not
that great.
That's how great I think it is. So, so I took Detroit's because I think Philip Rivers is going to get destroyed this week. I'm going to beat you twice. So whatever. Yeah, hopefully. I don't really know if that's going to happen. So hopefully.
I mean, as a Bears fan, I'm fine with Detroit being destroyed. That's okay. Man, we were just talking about not being a great defense, but I'm going to take Seattle against San Francisco.
Goodness.
Because the other team on my list was Dallas, who I also don't think is a great defense.
Dallas, we had a little bit of film on them this week. I don't know, you can card it or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't remember which episode it was, but it was like at the end they showed like a clip of like Terry McLaurin just like blowing past. I don't know, number 27. It was bad, just bad. So yeah, secondary's rough.
Despite the matchup against Philly, I was like, I don't know about this.
Yeah, it's fair. Yeah. Okay, well then I will go with Green Bay's defense because honestly, again, I did a little bit of research, was looking over some numbers, not real film research, but numbers research. The defense streaming this week is tough. So good luck. I mean, it's just, I think you kind of have to look at the quarterback situation and go, who could screw up? And that's why I actually really like your pick against Burrow because Burrow could, as a young quarterback, make some mistakes. I mean, yeah. So
I think that makes sense because, like you said, you get lower. Like Giants aren't a good defense, and they have to face Tampa Bay. Like, are you going to take the Jets against Kansas City? There's a lot of stay away situations here when doing streaming. I could see it. I see Green Bay choice, and they're 34% owned, so they're widely available. That game could go slow or could get big. Is kind of where I was looking at. Just the division thing, Minnesota, Green Bay. I could see it being the extremes depending on how it goes.
Yeah. No, this is one of those weeks where when we're going over everything and all the numbers, I'm like, oh, okay, so this is a good DraftKings week. This is a good week of there are some matchups that you could probably take advantage of. So hopefully.
Yeah, for sure. And if you're playing,
yeah.
We've got the DraftKings contest too.
Yeah.
If you haven't checked it out, it is in that video linked about Brandon Ayuk. Click, join up, and then there's all these running backs that are out that you can play these guys for cheaper.
Yeah.
They're like $5,000. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And thanks, guys. We got 35,000. We hit it. So thank you, everyone.
Thanks so much for watching. Please, please, please smash that like button, write a comment, tell us who else you'd like to see us review film on, and of course, best of all, please subscribe to our channel and then click that little bell above the subscribe button and you'll be notified whenever we post a new video.